Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB today. In the arena. Blue-white control. Where has it been? Whatever happened to a world where Covert Go Blue found ways to use devastating masteries and other types of board wipes and counterspells to dominate metas that no one else could? Where's my old CGB? Where's my classic CGB? Things were better before these Zoomers and their fables of the Mirror Breaker and their Obnixilis. Well, we're bringing them back. We're resurrecting the dead here today with what I am calling Life Control. This is a Lifegain based blue-white control deck that is a little bit more acceptable in the current meta because Boros Burn is a competitive deck. The fact that Boros Burn is now the top dog in the meta, along with other decks along the lines of like Naya Runes, means that maybe a deck that doesn't just fold to Obnixilis on the play is a thing that we can do. Obnixilis mostly out of the format because it's become so aggressive and pretty much hard to defend it because everybody's selecting cards that kill it very effectively. Rafine, Runes, and now Sunrise Cavalier and Thundering Riju are all over that as well. So maybe a classic blue-white Lifegain control deck can go back on the menu, boys. So 4 Revitalize, 4 Faithful Mending, 2 Denic Pious Apprentice. Like, this is a lifelink 2/3er that is actually pretty format good right now. The main reason I'm playing it though is I douse myself in the greed that is when I cast Depopulate, I want to draw a card. I just want my own multicolor creature so I can draw a card when I cast my Depopulate, which is the new sweeper that we're trying from Streets of New Capenna. Can something replace Doomscar? Depopulate's going to give it the good old common try, the good old shot. It's supposed to be the good college try or whatever the heck that, I don't know what sayings are. I just hear them. I say, wow, that saying makes no sense and should probably not be said. And then I repeat them in videos. It's fine. We're also going to try to counter some spells. I've got a Test of Talents, a Disdainful Stroke. They're narrow. Sometimes you want them. Sometimes you want to pitch them to Mending. I've got 2 Dissipates. Dissipate is in the deck because of Tenacious Underdog. But CGB, no saw it coming. Why not saw it coming? Why not wash away CGB? Why dissipate? Why dissipate CGB? Tenacious Underdog, Tenacious Underdog, Tenacious Underdog. When they cast it for the Blitz cost, if you dissipate it, it will go exile. It will permanently be bye-bye. Feels good, man. All right? That's why. That's the reason. That card gets you so often with this deck because you can remove a lot of stuff, but if you Depopulate or Devastating Mastery and they just bring back the Underdog over and over, they're drawing cards and beating you down, and you have to find a March to kill it, but March also has to keep the creature lands away from you. So does Wandering Emperor can do it as well, but sometimes they use their dead removal spells on their own creature to keep it in the graveyard. They Infernal Grasp their own Underdog, and you're like, well, I didn't even gain life. That sucked. Dissipate. Dissipate gets around that stuff. Dissipate is the answer, the hero you need. These other cards, you know, you love them. You've watched my show enough. Devastating Mastery is hard to cast. 4 white can sometimes be difficult. So I've got 3 Rafine's Towers and 3 Spar's Headquarters. You can cycle these lands. That's why they're here instead of gain lands. So that later in the game, you can discard them and draw cards. I still think there might be too many, and I'm not actually sure I want to cycle these lands as often as my brain tells me I do in the actual games. It is quite possible that Tranquil Cove is just smarter. So whatever it is, you know, we're already like putting a premium on Lifegain. We have a ton of Lifegain in the deck to make Boros Burn's life miserable. Maybe it should just be Tranquil Cove, because how often do we not want to hit a land drop? Am I right? So I am struggling with that, but what the heck? We're going to play it anyway. And besides, if we had 4 Tranquil Coves, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 15, 19 cards that gain life. Come at me, Burn deck. All right. How is the deck actually doing? Well, in the grindiest matchups, including non-blue decks, sometimes the win cons are too narrow. You might be looking at this deck saying there's not enough win cons. I would sort of agree with you. We don't have a Hullbreaker Horror. We do require that we get down like a Wandering Emperor to pressure them, and then later cast a Miria's Call or have a Hall of Storm Giants and counters to protect it, and there's only 4 in the deck, so they're very taxed. So having to witness the future or 1 Hullbreaker Horror could really help, but I did want to try this build for now and just see how often those issues come up. And as far as the deck actual performance on ladder, right now, a little bit above 500, like 60% win rate. So can get you to Mythic if this is the playstyle you love. I'm still very tilted against all the mid-range decks that we come up against, so it's not like I want to play this deck all the time. I don't love it the way I love past blue-white. I think it's the life gain spells. The boomer magic player in me resists life gain spells as a bad effect, but this deck does get there. So if you're looking for a blue-white control deck and you've been waiting for something to try to face this particular meta, and as long as Ob Nixilis is off in the background somewhere and nobody's worried about him, just wait till rotation. Nobody's worried about Ob Nixilis, well, then maybe we can come out and have a little fun with blue-white life gain themed control. I'm in DreamHack Dallas, so there's no post-game wrap, so I'm going to tell you that you're cool in just a second, and I'm also going to awkwardly segue it into this intro where I say, let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin, and as always, you're cool.
What? If you wanna play with the best, get your ass to Command Fast. Orlando. If you wanna play with the best, get your ass to Command Fast. Orlando.
All right, on the play, we've got a lot of 2-mana cards. And we've got a sweeper. So let's see what our dog-loving opponent with terrible taste in large winged creatures has for us. I hate this pet just because okay, I shouldn't tell you guys this. Here's the kind of dirt you get for watching the channel. This frickin' Griffin, if you play this as your pet on mobile, the opponent can't, like, if I had a removal spell for this, I couldn't target it. Because on mobile, the wings completely cover it. It looks like you can target it. They don't visually completely cover it. But if you try to make a play, you just can't do it. Like, you can touch it on a touchpad as much as you want. Nothing will happen. It completely blocks that. Like, I had a opponent play a Fable, and I was trying to remove it, and I just couldn't. It's a load of pure garbage. All right, Denick, you got some work to do here. So we'll go double blue because we have Dissipate. Also, when this thing transforms and this dies, we don't get the creature either. Or it gets exiled. But this is the matchup we tried to tune for. So let's see if we can have a good game. It's just a little 2-3. No big deal. Right. You know what? Let's let this resolve, and let's try to hit the land for depopulate. Just takes a little untapped land. Unfortunately, we have 6 tap lands in our deck, but if we can hit an untapped land in our top 3, we're grooving. Untapped land. Beautiful. Okay, we let the counter spells go. They're not that great. We depopulate this area. A little 3 for 1, and we get back Denick. Yeah, you can't target the graveyard now. Isn't that cool? Your Velomachus Lorehold will not be reanimated. Just kidding. I know they don't have that. Their Bloodthirsty Adversaries, though, I believe, don't work. Oh, look who it is. We go to 12. Wandering Emperor takes care of business.
I am almost sad to see.
I'm confident my opponent can burn this. We could leave this back to block a haster and try to make things awkward, but we're giving up 2 life by doing that, so I think it's better to attack and hope that they have to burn this instead of play a hasty creature. Life is pretty important in the matchup. All right. Yeah. Defending Wandering Emperor in this matchup is very unlikely. I guess I'll play another one. Shuts down another bloodthirsty adversary. Also shuts down the 2/2 on the battlefield. Leaves up March of Otherworldly Light. Good stuff, good stuff. Of course, of course. I think we'll just kill it. The Devastating Mastery is nice and all, but it's not amazing in this matchup because everything has haste. Alright, bring you back. Now, whenever a creature is put into the graveyard from anywhere, once a turn, I investigate. Poggies. Who are you gonna exile? The 3/2. Okay. Interesting. Now it legend rules if I kill this, so that's something we have to keep in mind. And it flips to nighttime if we don't make a play here, so I guess I'll do this. Gotta get those lands down. Kind of open to the opponent's whims right here, but let's see what they do. Okay. I mean, if they were going to kill that anyway, now killing the Brutal Cathar, getting it back is nice. And then they play the Bloodthirsty Adversary anyway. Wow. Huh. So we were turning off their adversary, but now they just cast it anyhow. So again, we don't want this to flip, so we want to make a play this turn. I guess this is a good one. Gets the most life and the most board presence this turn.
You are not much of
Puts them in an awkward spot if they don't draw a way to kill it, like a land. Like, do they swing out at this Emperor? Because if they don't, this Dennick is just going to grow. So they have to throw this away one of their adversaries and I get 2 more life. It's absolutely nasty. And they say I'm not doing that.
strike fast and strike hard.
Dennick and Dennick, BFFs for life. They are putting in the work in this game. All right, Wandering Emperor bites the dust.
It's time then.
Still in a really good position. Can probably even be aggressive. If they double block, they get a blowout. Nope. I mean, they're not going to race me. I have 7, they have 4, and I have lifelink. Just going to hold this land for this mending. Another land off the top won't save them. I mean, that's a choice you can make. 2 lands for the mending. Hopeful Initiate. So nice to see them draw one of their weaker cards at this stage. Ah yes, this is what a deck with very little card advantage, a Boros Burn deck, can become. Sometimes you forget when they just god draw on such a regular basis. This'll do.
Anyone who harms my people, I have got new moves to teach you.
Got him. Target acquired and target destroyed. Sleepy gamer, wake up! You better wake up. The one and best of one has come knocking. And there will be no mercy. Of course they're an aggro deck. Sleepy gamer. What deck can I play without thinking? Nothing, huh? Yeah, get ready for that Brutal Cathar, right? Same story, different day. We'll chill. The Cavalier. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, they're gonna give me 2 life, but they're gonna level up their Hopeful. Alright, what don't we have time for? Don't think we have time for you guys. If we let it go to nighttime, it's an extra +1/+1 counter. Get the 4th white online for Devastating Mastery. Although it telegraphs it quite a bit.
I've learned much during my travels. This is what you get for hurting my people.
One less Sunrise Cavalier in the world. Okay. A few more. Double attack. Love it.
Years of training for this?
Again. I'm trying to make sure they don't have a multicolored creature on the field when I depopulate. Don't want them drawing cards.
My people. My judgment is fine.
We're still at 25, but they still have 5 cards in hand. So we've got to make sure we don't get ground out. We have to get ourselves to a position where we can gain some card advantage. They also run Stormseeker. Interesting. Didn't see that one coming. They go face. Yeah, I'll take it. Nice. Okay. So now I can do this. Can do this.
Strike hard.
And can do this. And I draw a card and they don't. They might also play another haste creature and kill my Wandering Emperor, but Dennick definitely put in work. Oh, we got them to play an adversary. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Keep their focus other places.
For good.
Our 6th land means we can play Field of Ruin and play Pious Apparition, which maybe we'll have on the field next turn for a depopulation, and we have Revitalize up. They might just play with fire this, but again, that's a little less damage that can hit our face. Light up the night. All right, they got some different card choices cooking. Yeah, play them out. Let's go. Test of Talents. Not the finest. Ooh, the Disdainful Stroke might be the finest, though. All right, wipe those off the field. Counter their Thundering Reiju. Bring it to me. Hand it over. It's balls. Lucky. Of course it's the 3rd Cavalier. Alright, again, if we let it flip, this gets a counter, but does that really matter if we're going to Wandering Emperor it? It doesn't. So, okay. And besides, nighttime means Brutal Cathar doesn't exile something on entering the battlefield, which might be good for Amiria's Call. There's the Reiju. Did they really play around me last turn or just top deck it? I will always wonder.
I've learned much during my travels.
Alright, their last card is not a play with
Hurting
fire.
my people.
Think we just hold off on Amiria's Call. We're close enough, you know?
Remember your training.
I'm gonna play this and try to hit the land, though, in case it's tapped. Do I want to flip... Do I want to flip Day-Night? I don't think I do. Adversary. What do you got down there? I assume some kind of burn spell. They have light up the night. Oh, that doesn't... Deals X damage to any target. It deals X+1 if the target is a creature or planeswalker. I guess that works, huh? I guess that works. Okay, take one.
You should be scared.
Who do they attack? Wandering Emperor. Hit. Nope.
Try not to miss me.
We chill. We chill and flip it back. We'll find a land that doesn't do a cool thing eventually, and then Emiria's Call can take over the game. Kill it. Get it dead. Yep, Nighttime Cathar. No targets. Oof. Celestis is an interesting one with Brutal Cathar that we're contending with. Another Memory Deluge. Alright, so now maybe we flip it back. There's nothing for it to hit, and it saves us a life. I guess we'll take the removal spells, not the counter spells. Fill in that graveyard with sweet, sweet value for when we finally slow this opponent down. Let's it go. Interesting. Depopulate, Mastery, March, Call. Dennick? Didn't know you were called Dennick. We could just depopulate this thing. Also, we could just do this. Make the opponent overcome some power and toughness. And also on nighttime, if they play Brutal Cathar, like a backup Brutal Cathar here, it enters on night. Play with Fire Goes Face. That's interesting, because their Brute could have attacked into the Angels because of that. Okay. Opponent feeling themselves with some Angel Fire Ignition. I honestly think that these additions to the deck make the deck worse. We got Reckless Stormseeker, we got Light Up the Night, we've got Angel Fire Ignition. None of those are cards that, like, I really respect. None of them make my job particularly harder. Try it again. Okay, they don't try it again. I'll just take it. No big deal. Nighttime Cathar number 2, sure. End step. Well, we don't want to sweep the board right now. So let's try to brighten things up. All 4 Memory Deluges in the graveyard. Magic as intended. I mean, I can just pay 3 life if I want to. We do it now because we don't want Day Night to flip back and then have them exile an Angel while this is untapped. But now they just got nothing going on. Had enough? Had enough. All right. Target acquired, target put down twice. On the draw, March of Otherworldly Light can be slow on the draw, but we've got the Lifegain cards. Depopulate definitely helps. Bank Buster, okay. Got an interesting gamer here. And they're not going to get a card off that Bank Buster because they really wanted to foretell. I wonder, like, given this situation, what would they want to foretell that badly? I don't think it would be a Doomscar. It might be, but it feels to me like it's a Starnheim Unleashed. This priority stick is also their own March of Otherworldly Light. So this is like mono white control. I think Mastery will probably be great against them. Let's get rid of this Buster before it gets any cards. Fight them on a good old-fashioned card advantage axis. Exactly the fight we want to be in. There's the Angel. I need a land. Beautiful. All right, this can go. I think the Depopulate can go. We'll just focus on the Masteries. And just take the pressure off. Nice and easy. All right, another Foretell, and they found a land. 2 Foretells. This could get feisty. All right, let's make a 3-2 and see what they do about it. Probably just march it, but makes them do something besides develop their board. These, depending how many creature lands they have, those could be a problem too. And I've already used 2 marches. Okay. Cool. Absence. Oh, we like that. I do want that clue. What you got with the restoration? Nothing. They could have Field of Ruin, discard a card, get back the Field of Ruin. That's what I would have done. But I guess it depends what else they want to do with their turn. Maybe the answer is nothing. I think until I have full control of the game, I don't think I want to play a Wandering Emperor and just pressure them, because the odds are I'm going to blow up the board. And we need ways to deal with cards like Crawling Barrens if they run 4 of them. We want to save these Faithful Mendings so we're deep in the flood. When we start drawing a bunch of lands in a row, that's when we want to use them, not before. Most of our spells are relevant in these matchups. Hold our Tawara. Yeah, Flood is going to be the secret killer here. One of us is going to Flood first. You don't want it to be me. Architect's a bit of a headache. We might have to march it, which leaves us with less marches for the creature lands. But hopefully the opponent just puts something else on the board, make our Mastery more worth it. Foretell Tribal. Get it out. Gonna die to a Field of Ruin, but it is what it is. If the opponent plays 4 of them, the odds of actually beating them to death with the Haul were pretty unlikely. Getting our win con right in this matchup might be hard. Okay. Think. Like, what are they going to do that's going to mess with our win cons? It's going to be like endless board wipes, which they already have over here. So I guess attacking their win cons works too. Now we get to see their hand. Farewell, Emperor, March. They have 3 Amiria's Calls, 1 Legion Angel, 4 Wandering Emperor. Those are their primary win cons. Crawling Barrens, there are 2 of them. They have 3 Seats of Iganjo. They have 2 Caves, all 4 Field of Ruin. Yeah. How are we going to kill them? I guess we have to get our hand loaded with counter spells and then protect something to go the distance. And these, I guess, are Doom Scars. There could be a 4th Starnheim. I just find that pretty unlikely. All right. They don't have a great solution to our Wandering Emperor at the moment. So let's go for it.
We must protect the people.
Can also hit him with the Hall this turn. I'm a little worried about Crawling Barrens coming after the Wandering Emperor, though. We have to watch out for that. What do? They Doom Scar. They don't have enough mana to power up Barrens and Doom Scar, though. So if we have 2 creatures, should be safe. Drawing Deluge is kind of like, whoa. But yeah, I think we take a 7 spot here. Makes them a little bit easier to kill. And punishes them for not using the Field of Ruin when they had the chance. So how good is Devastating Mastery now that their Starnheims are gone? I guess it's effective against Amiria's Calls, so we shouldn't discard them to Mendings. Unless we absolutely need a better card in the moment. We also have to watch out for their Farewell hitting graveyards. Try to use this Deluge in a good spot. And let it go. Well, we're definitely not powering up the Hall now. The Depopulate's a very discardable card, I think. Although it also fights Amiria's Calls. There's 3 Amiria's Calls. Mastery is a good solution for all kinds of things. I don't know. Okay, they play their own Wandering Emperor. What you gonna do with it?
You're ready to lose.
Okay.
Keep watch for intruders.
But what if you didn't have a 2/2? Probably gonna march one of these, right? They also have to watch their mana. Like, they still have to field this Hall at some point. I'm kind of hoping they do it on their turn. Okay, no Doomscar here.
Guards, to me.
Bankbuster number 2. It's looking like almost... We're getting towards that Devastating Mastery, aren't we? Come on, use that field. Use that field. Okay, their timing couldn't be better for us, because now we get to Deluge. They're getting impatient. You can kind of feel it. They're getting a little antsy over there. March is good. Is Amiria's Call good? Can have an indestructible 2/2. They have Farewell, though. So Amiria's Call is not great. How about a land that we need to play? Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to play out this beach. All right, so I can take out your 2/2. Attack Wandering Emperor, make another 2/2. Is that the way? Can also give this thing first strike, but I'd rather make another 2/2. Actually, we should go after this Bank Buster. Good old card advantage, right? That's the key. Let's see if we just keep their Wandering Emperor checked here. They'll probably block for it. Yep. People love their Planeswalkers.
May your blade strike.
What about that Barons? If I march the Bank Buster, I can't hit the Barons. But if that's most of their turn, powering up Barons and attacking my Wandering Emperor, we come back with a devastating mastery, right? That's totally fine for us. Also, they're going to be really afraid to make that play. They didn't draw. Why didn't they draw? They forgot to. Okay. And now they have to use mana on their turn? Okay. I expected them to draw, and then I'd remove, but that's not what happened. I think they really did just forget. Okay, they make a 2/2.
We must protect the people.
Let's see what we draw. Still think we take this out. It's basically like killing 2 cards, since we know the game's going to take a while. These masteries aren't looking good. I think I could do with just having 1 in my hand. All right. Depopulate here. Get the 2/2 off the field. They just power up Barons, but it's scary to power up Barons. We've talked about that. Think like this. Okay, we got another one. Another one. I think we still want the opponent to attack this. No, we'll just make our own 2/2 here.
Try not to make
And
the blade
pass.
do the talking.
The creature lands. There's the call. Okay, this is looking really good now for a devastating mastery. I think we leave a lot of this in the deck. I'm gonna hit this multicolored land drop again. All right. Just want to get all the beaches on the battlefield. Feels good. All right, let's see if they know how to play this. What they should do, they do not want to return the 2/2 because it's going to survive if they don't. So they need to like select the, yeah, well played. Okay, another Amiria's call. Opponent feels like talking some trash here. Good one. Let's just keep the cards coming. So they've drawn 2 Amiria's calls in a row. How long can they keep that up? Well, they did it wrong that time. Just when I thought they were getting wise. Yeah, here come the creature lands. When they run out of things to do, and the creature lands start attacking into open mana. I mean, you gotta deal me 31. That's asking a lot. Even if I didn't just do this.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with. I am almost
Ooh, they don't have a field? Interesting option here that I'm going to take. But yeah, they're without another field at the moment. Next turn, this Hall could be lethal. If they attack you, or they don't have enough left. Okay.
years of training for this.
No more Dragonland.
My judgment is final.
Hall. Counter. Easy niner.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Yeah! Alright. Found a way. Long bat. The bat that is long. Okay. Yeah, we go first. Let's go. Nice little dissipate hand. Depopulate, Wandering Emperor. Doing the things. Talia. Buongiorno. Shambling Ghast. Alright. Normally I'd be really excited. Like, the meta's taken some interesting turns. I'd usually be really excited to play against Mono Black. No. Not feeling that excited. Underdogs and Invoke Despair are really tough to beat. And Deadly Dispute is a heck of a card. So they might have this Deadly Dispute, and I might really want to dissipate it. I guess it's not that great to dissipate. So I was thinking if I go for this Revitalize, they'll definitely want to Deadly Dispute in response, but they didn't. So let's see, Disdainful Stroke can tag a Lulth if they Deadly Dispute into Lulth. So we can play this land and not take 3 for the Amiria's Call this turn, and that's okay. Yeah, if I had a Test of Talents here, I'd be snapping that off. Alright, Lulth, let's go. Slam it. They play white as well. That'll do. What if you didn't have a Sorin, though? Buongiorno. Wait, we said hello before. Why are you saying hello again? Okay, 2 Sorins. What a Chad. I twitch to the field. Means they probably don't have a Lulth, or they're done respecting Jwari. Oh, the Hive? Here comes the Hive? Let's go! Come at me. I got 4 mana. I'm not scared. A Stone Rain this mofo.
This is what you get for hurting my people. We've got the edge in this fight.
We chill? Dig me up a Memory Delusion, I'll be happy. We've countered 2 Planeswalkers. We've exiled a land.
Watch out.
No!
Never give up.
Okay. Easy for the opponent. Easy.
My children drench their
Okay, we've got to find a solution.
will cull the weak.
We could depopulate this board and buy more time for our Wandering Emperor. And for this Amiria's Call. I guess. They're just going to rebuild, but depopulate doesn't get much better for the matchup.
Do what I demand.
The other option is to cycle this and try to dig. Dig for Devastating Mastery. We do need to draw. Do need to draw some card advantage. That one Deadly Dispute, I think, is the reason the opponent's a little bit ahead here. And they're going to get something out of this High Twitch, too. And of course, Mascots is probably the perfect choice.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Subservience will be rewarded.
I wonder why they attacked with that Hive when they had all these Planeswalkers. Maybe they drew into it, kind of lucked out, but I don't know. It's kind of weird, right?
We must protect the people.
They're going to slam a Wandering Emperor here. We're just never going to draw a Devastating Mastery. Okay, nothing. Good. We're still in it. Still in it. They have a lot of black mana, which makes me think they might also be an Invoke Despair deck. But they have Ambitious Farmhand, which makes me think they're not, because fetching planes wouldn't be a priority for that style of deck. They also missed their Mascot exhibition here, and if they send a big attack at the Wandering Emperor, their Lolth might die.
My hatred lives.
Okay, they're gonna hide behind Lolth. That good for us or bad? Kind of wish I had a way to get this dead so I could cast it on the other side. They can block all four at the cost of literally everything, and then they stack up their Lolth, and I guess that's good, but they do have Wandering Emperor mana open, but they didn't have it the turn before. And what do we know about their draw? They drew an Ambitious Farmhand. So I don't think they have a Wandering Emperor. It's a very tough call. It's a very tough call.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Make them defend Lolth with everything if they want to keep it. Which would leave them with no board, so they'd have to do a full rebuild, so our Wandering Emperor wouldn't die. It's a card advantage source right now, and they are grinding us out, because if we don't draw a Memory Deluge, we're not going to stay in this battle. Sure.
Aren't I genuine?
All right, we're down about 4 cards. We're down about 8 cards. That's how math works, right?
In exchange for loyalty, I will get what I want. My power is for annihilation.
So they probably meat hook the board, make 2 more spiders. Just the perfect, like, Lolth game plan. Okay, no meat hook. I accept that. That's fine.
Our enemies.
Did they find a Vanishing Verse? And will they go after the Planeswalker? Oh, worse than a Vanishing Verse, a Rite of Oblivion. Yeah, that is still a card and a reason to play Black-White.
Still have much to learn.
Alright, gotta draw a Memory Deluge. 17 cards deep. Got 4 of them. Doing our best. Opponent rips out the rope. Well, that's an expensive way to deal with 1 angel, so that's not terrible for us.
Do what I demand.
Confront the past. I'll just get it back. All right. Does it matter when we blow this up? Or do we try to save this? Every turn we let go by is potentially worse. If we attack the Lulth with everything here, will they just let it die and use the confront? Maybe they will. Denick does say cards in graveyards can't be targets, though. But if I play this now, they're just going to play mascot exhibitions and we fall behind that way. So I think what I'm supposed to do is try to keep the pressure on the Lulth and try to make them keep doing this dance. And use resources on the board as it is. Maybe get one of their mascot exhibitions on the board. In the meantime, we're drawing more cards. We're trying to build up a hand. And if they're using the Lulth minus and not drawing cards, we're kind of treading water and trying to get more out of Devastating Mastery. Okay, it's working. They still do have this mascot exhibition, which we don't want to depopulate. But I can spar with 1 exhibition. Like even a Hall is okay against it. I would love it if they just like let the Lulth die all of a sudden. So then I wouldn't have to pay full price for the mastery to kill what I want to kill. But we got them all the way down to 3 cards. Now we mastery them. And we Denick so that Confront the Past doesn't work.
Do what I demand.
And we hold the land for when we draw Faithful Mending, which I'm sure is somewhere in our deck. Another 4 of card draw effect that we did not draw any of. Yep, mascots. No surprise. 2 cards in hand. We chill. There's a Hive. Gotta hold the March for that. Yeah, they are respecting the Hall. Alright, let's go for it. They might confront the past on this. It's okay.
Now you've done it. That's coming off.
Okay, they don't confront the past on it. Yes! At long last. The wait for Memory Deluge has ended.
Remember your training.
It looked really bad a few turns ago, but I think we made some good choices. Not out of the woods yet, for sure, but getting warmer. All right. Wandering Emperor down.
Until next time.
We got to confront the past without having to go through a Lulth. Love it. And they have their own Wandering Emperor that they're playing now. They don't have mana up for Farewell anymore, so let's go ahead and Deluge and see if we can find an answer. There's a Dissipate, which I think is the play. Now we can Revitalize to get Digger or get deeper or hold a March. I think we hold a March. We are open now to being attacked by the 4/4, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. That is fine. Now, I don't think they can target this because of the Denic, but I'm just going to exile it now just in case. Because I think I know how my cards work, but why mess with it? You never know when Arena will take a crap. No attack. Respect for the hall. These can be mended away. Flood is the real killer. Don't forget who the real enemy is. Hold up hall activation, keep them from attacking. Try to save the deluge activation till the last second. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No wedding. Cancel the wedding. I should have let them decide whether or not to attack first and kept the hall up, but they're respecting the hall enough not to attack me. Depopulate. We'd each draw a card. Maybe if there's another mascot at some point. Okay, another deluge for sure. I think we grab the other mastery just because it's so good against them and gets us out of every situation that I don't think we can put it on the bottom of the library. So how many counters do we have left? Just a test of talents, I think. Yep. So not a lot of ways to protect things, so we do have to find pressure. The opponent's just chilling. They either have a bunch of lands or, I don't know. Grab the field. Grab a mending. Yep, here come the lands. Yeah, one of us is gonna flood out. That's the nature of the beast. So we could march this and attack. That would start to get the opponent moving, but they might have a Wandering Emperor. If they have a Wandering Emperor, what would we rather it hit? The hall, I guess? Maybe this is a risky move and I should just flash back the Memory Deluge first. Okay. Celestis, let's go. Professor, all right. Do they go get another mascot exhibition? Do they have 3 of them? Pest summoning, cool. Not that good. They have the right? They do have the right. That's too bad. But they are down to 1 card. All right. So I think they're also going to go after the Celestis here. So yeah, they're throwing everything they have. Now we have to find a way to win. Nighttime is the right time. WinCon? take this as well. All right, gonna find that test of talents, and I'm gonna beat him to death with this freaking haul. I wish I'd found the test of talents a little earlier. Ambitious farmhand, okay. Probably just gonna depopulate these dorks so that the haul can hit. I wonder how many Vanishing Verses they play. Might be 0. It's hard to make room in that deck, and they have a lot of, like, little dorks. There's another Denic. There is a Test of Talents. Wow, this set of 4 cards is amazing, and I really want them all. Is Denic really the pick, then? Not really, right? Not really. Don't run out of cards. Definitely getting to go time. Discard 2. Deadly Dispute number 4. Okay. Never didn't have it. I think I have to save this for a Vanishing Verse. They might not have them, but I mean, it's the 4th one, so it's not like we're getting a huge value off that test. 2 mana open after this? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1 mana open. I miscounted. Classic. I guess we wait a turn. 14 cards. Pretty much we want to get all the best cards in our deck into our hand and ready to go here. Depopulates clear the way. Lands can actually help us do things, because we're not going to cycle lands anymore. We avoided Flood successfully. All right, 3 hits from Hall. Let's go. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. What can we do? Exile our own Hall of Storm Giants and they don't gain the life, I guess? I guess they're going to be on 1, so then we flash in our Emperor on end step. Yeah. That's not good.
Battle, then guide it like water.
Might get ground out completely. Really, our opponent having the Deadly Disputes has been a real pain.
I am almost.
All right, end step. Let's drop this off. Not very useful. Get the opponent to plus here. Drop our own Emperor, make a 2/2, kill it, and then try to use those to go the distance. What do we still have? We still have a Denic, right? But we don't have an Amiria's Call. All right, leave mana up here for a Test of Talents. Don't exile this yet.
Let me show you. Let your blade do the talking. Keep watch for intruders.
Come on. There it is. Lolth Emperor mauling announcement. 3 hooks, 2 right, and 5 land. The opponent has more good cards in their deck than we have, than we do. Alright, so now we are in a rush. We are in trouble. Their draws are better than our draws. How about their lessons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess they probably have environmental sciences still in their sideboard. We have 10 cards left. One of them is a Denic. We saw they have an Agadeem's Awakening. We saw they have an Agadeem's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would leave 2 mana. We could play a Denic here, but if they draw a Meathook Massacre, it's a bit of a disaster. And they have 3 Meathook Massacres and 1 Agadeem's Awakening. So I think we say go. And please brick out. Please stop drawing good stuff. I think they're way... Okay, they get summons. Whatever. Fumes, not summons. Oh, we have no way to counter a Meathook. And we have nothing we can hit with this Deluge that'll save Wandering Emperor.
I guess that's...
And we have 10 cards. And we have no way to deck them. So we've just been completely ground out here. We do still have a Denic. Oh, we've got another Emperor. Okay, good. Why did I forget that? I don't know. Gotta dodge their meat hooks. 8 cards to go. Any point in casting Revitalize? Do I need all these turns? I don't need all these turns. I only have X many win cons. I have to go, like, beat their win cons. Alright, please brick. Please brick. Please. Okay. Awesome. So 2 choices here. One, well, actually, we could play Wandering Emperor and save Denic. We're definitely going to exile this hook so they don't gain the life. Like, that's automatic, I think. And then, I think we do this.
I am the Emperor of Carousel, and I will strike fast and strike hard.
Just because it shuts down their Agadeem's Awakening if they draw it. And we need to keep this on the field. Like, we can bring it back, but once we bring it back, we're completely out of win cons. What's your other card? Come on. Don't tell me it's another good card. You drew it last turn and you didn't play it. I mean, tell me it. Maybe it's Agadeem's Awakening. They would have played that last turn, right? I think they would have. You're gonna give me the rope out? Cool.
Let your blade do the talking.
All right, MTG assistant, what do we got left? A depopulate and land. Not a lot of reason to mend. Yeah, our only hope is that they brick. They do not. They do not brick. That's game, right? Probably game. So they drew 2 straight meat hooks. When I needed them to just, I don't know, brick. All right. Well, let's see if they draw a third. You could at least make it suspenseful, opponent. Wait till the last possible moment to draw it. This is the type of game where the backseat gamers are like, you need one Hullbreaker Horror, or you need the Witness the Future deck in your deck, and they'd be right. I would love to have that in this spot. Usually, Our opponents aren't such absolute gods of drawing perfectly. But it does happen. The problem is you have to make your deck a lot worse against Boros to make an adjustment like that. Because God knows if you put 1/7 drop like Hullbreaker Horror in your deck, you're going to draw it in every game. In your opening hand every time. Yeah, they had it. They had it the whole time. Just wow. Final lesson? Nope, they draw. Good choice, too. Don't know what about that turn took them so freaking long, though.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Take it. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm sure they drew another absolute nuts card. Right now they could double block this. Take 3 in the air, I guess. Then we make another 2/2. We got a chump. We got 2 chumps. Okay, they have drawn lands for a few turns, so it's still close-ish. There's no way to get any of these out of range of anything, so we may as well make another 2/2.
Let your blade do the talking.
Feels so bad. Just not even being in lethal range and just hoping that they literally draw the worst possible cards for the rest of the way. Feels so helpless, but we're trying. Okay, nothing. 9 damage. Nine potential. We'll take 8. So they have one more meat hook, and we can't stop it. So maybe I was supposed to plus there. Yeah, I think I was supposed to plus there, but I'm just going to try to go wide.
Guards, to me.
This gets around like a lulth, right? A champion. Ah! So angering. That was in their best, like, their top 1% of draws, though. Like, from the, like, going back to the beginning of the game, we were forced to counter planeswalkers that were being ramped into. So, like, we didn't have our counters in late game to defend ourselves. You could, like, backseat gamers are going to say, well, you need a better win condition in your deck, but I really don't think that's the point. I really don't think that's the point. I think that things really fell the way that they needed to for them there, and you saw me actually get ground out in a long game, which doesn't happen often. It also really hurt that our memory delusions were so deep in the deck that we were way behind by the time we found them.